wanted to do this video for you guys. It's one of my shoulder workouts that I do. So what I want you to do is pretty much you warm up by just doing circles as I was doing before. And then I'm doing rear delt raise. Pretty much I'm putting my head into the bench, and then the movement is just coming from the cables. I speed it up a little bit so this way the video won't be too long for you guys. So pretty much what I'm doing here is one set, taking it to 3 sets of failure. So I'm doing total 3 sets of that with 3 sets each to failure. So I'm really doing like 9, 12 sets or something like that, or even more. So I'm resting a little bit here, grabbing the weight again, the cables. I'm crossing them over so I can create more delt resistance and not a lot of trap movement, even though traps are going to be used a little bit here. So here what I did is I decided to just like bend over completely and then try to pretty much get myself into like a position of oh, here we go. So here what we did here is we went into cable rows. I believe I was using just the barbell. And here what I do is I just like to give myself like a stretch. So you stretch the lats, stretch the fascia. You should do this right after you work out. And then go back into the movement again. Again, the technique I'm using here is rest pause. Pretty much the weight stays the same, but I'm going one set, getting 15, 20, failing, then resting, just breathing like 5 seconds, and then going again and again and again. So 3 sets of that. So that this is not a drop set, this is rest pause set. So I'm just resting a little bit, taking a breather, and then going at it again. Here we move into standing unilateral dumbbell press. What I like to do here is keep my core tight and just press the weight up in an explosive manner, then come down in a 4-second negative, and then bring it in and kind of like tuck it in so I can get the front delt and also the side delt and the rear delt as well. So it's like an Arnold press type of thing, but it's just one hand. Here you go, I'm flexing here. So here we go. Pretty much what I did here is I went to 25, 35, 45, and 50. So here I'm doing my, let's see, what does this look like? I believe that's 40 or 45, so that's probably my second set. So pretty much I'm doing like here on the side, as you can see, you got the sets and you got the reps that I'm using. And so I'm doing, let's say 15 reps, and then I'm getting to a point where I'm getting failure. I'm stopping a little bit, taking a breather, and trying to get at least a couple more reps until I get 20 to 30 reps, clean reps. Here I move into front raise. Check out how I'm controlling the negative portion and also how I'm bringing it to the front and kind of like acting like I'm pouring water. Do that to hit the front delts and the upper chest as well. So here what I'm doing, I'm just pretty much setting myself into a crunch position because when I do shoulders, I do enjoy working the abs as well. So I add core work to my shoulder workout. And I also train the calves as well. For the calves, what I'm doing is not an actual calf exercise. I just do high intensity interval training on the treadmill, and I pretty much just go full speed in different intervals, like 40 seconds all out. When I run, I use pretty much my tippy toes so I can activate the calves. So what I want to do is I want to every time I'm training shoulders, I always include hitting the core. So when I do shoulders, I hit calves, shoulders, and abs. And what I'm doing there is just pretty much a crunch. So if you're not, if you're at the gym, you're doing a crunch, you can add a crunch like machine crunch. You can pretty much crunch on the floor. You can do anything. Pretty much work with what you got, right? That's what I always do is just work with my environment, and you should do the same. Pretty much what I'm doing here is when I do the abs. So right now I'm doing pretty much this. I would call this like a crunch or reverse crunch. I'm holding on to the machine and pretty much bringing my legs up in the sky, and then pretty much crunching at the same time. As you can see, pretty much, pretty much, pretty much. I like to say pretty much. So what I'm doing here, I'm pretty much going to switch over to leg raises. And what I'm doing is I'm using my bench in an inclined position to just support my back. So at least I don't hit myself into the machine. The goal here is to not use momentum and to actually bring your feet or your legs up more. So you're not just training the hip flexors, but you're actually working the core.